Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. The hyenas may have a high body count. Oh, let me shout out my man Daryl Green. He has some of the best comments when he comments on my videos. I mean, and I've told him straight up, he needs to consider doing videos. I mean, very insightful. You know, game recognized game. This dude know what he talking about and everything. And he had mentioned the hyenas, and that was a term he used for what I would call scavengers. Those hyenas, and we all know about them. We all know about them. Those guys who, well, you can't say they have standards. And in fact, another term I've used for them is poon hound. And that's just, you see those dudes, they don't care. If the female has a pulse, they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. And as I said, I've talked about that more on a private thing. And when you talk about scavengers, there's a video I did a while ago where I talk about scavengers. So I'm gonna put that in the description box. But you know, I'll use hyenas as respect to that brother Daryl. So y'all know me, don't hit me up with any requests. And he didn't ask for the video, but sometimes if I see something like very profound, I'll do a video on it and let the person know and shout the person out and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, man. When somebody has a legitimate high count and they say it in such a way where I'm reading their body language, their facial expressions, basically profiling them and realize, yeah, they do. It ain't always like a bunch of dimes and everything. First of all, it ain't that many dimes. Like you can get, like if somebody say they were consistently getting like 6s and 7s, I'd be like, okay, that's reasonable. And that's depending on what social class they in. And you know, we not even gonna go veer off into social class and all of that, how that plays a part in relationships. But then sometimes you be seeing some guys and they say all that, and I'm gonna tell you what, I give one thing I give to the hyenas. They don't act like they dealing with a bunch of dimes. Like I remember this one dude, he was straight up, and he was a straight up player. Everybody could see it. You know, he was not capping and stuff. I never forget what he said to me. He said, Ron, there's a whole market out there of fat girls and stuff. And that dude was a serious player. He's like one of those types. He didn't have to tell you he was a player. Everybody else was calling it. Everybody, they were like, he a player, he a player, he a player. Oh man, and stuff. And just for the record, he ain't just limited stuff to fat girls. I know a couple like slim, fine women he hit on as well. But that dude just had them lined up because we worked on a job together, man. And this was before like smartphones. My man had nothing but numbers. He put it out on the desk. But he wasn't a total hyena. He wasn't a total hyena. He was kind of in between, but he just expanded it. See, one thing about hyenas, they don't give a shit. They ain't, you know, because most men going to chase or want to chase like the dimes, you know, even if they have zero chance of getting them, or, you know, at least attractive women. I say 6s and up, at least. And look, let's just be real. A 6, depending on what area she lives in, looks like a dime to many men. Let's just be real. And many men want that. Many men would rather say, you know what, I just don't want to deal with women than deal with anything less. And I said this in the scavenger video. Thankfully, we got guys who will deal with those types. Deal with like the 3s and belows and everything. Deal with the women who might have unfortunate faces. Deal with the women who might have a little bit of a jacked up attitude. Because these guys don't care. I've known these guys personally. One thing about these guys, right? One thing about them, they realistic about who they are. That's the thing. They realistic about who they are. And they good with it. They say, you know what, I'm an ugly motherfucker, so I'm going to get these women. Like I mentioned one guy. You might even see this video. I worked with this guy. His nickname was Shrek. Some women gave him the name. That dude didn't care. He said, yeah, I'm checking out her, and her. And I'd be like, he didn't care. I know another guy like that. He didn't care the age, body build, whatever. But they be having like legitimate high accounts because, well, those women who ain't prime, so to speak, they still got working vaginas. They still want a man. Shoot, I remember one time, man, I was coming out this department store, right? Department store, I went to my car and stuff, and there was a car parked right behind me. In the passenger seat of a car, it was this dude, and he was like, oh. And I could see it through my rear view mirror. All of a sudden, this woman with an unfortunate face raised her head up. I was like, all right, dude. Seriously, but you got dudes like that, and they have it because, shoot, they got a big market right there for women because they don't care. They don't care. But I'll tell you what with them, though. I'll tell you what with them. If a dude seriously talk with them, though, and like really just pick their brain, a regular guy could use that. A regular guy could use what they have and deal with more attractive women. See, they ain't totally losing. See, one thing about the hyena or scavenger, whatever, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They have zero approach anxiety. They got zero shame. They got the thickest skin for rejection because trust and believe, they still get rejected, but they like, whatever. Whatever, they going to get theirs. Some dudes can actually learn from them. Seriously, a lot of dudes can actually learn from them. Just say, okay. I mean, yeah, you want to increase your target range. You want to deal with quality women. But a lot of guys mess up with quality women and better women. Not because the women necessarily reject them, but they're scared to talk to them. Hyenas don't give a shit. Hyenas don't give a shit. They will take one for the team. Shoot, you might even want to have one on you. Shoot, you going to a club or out, they make great wingmen. Because you hanging out with a group and, you know, that female group always got that one. You know, they always got that one at the bottom, the enforcer, that type of woman and stuff. That you shoot, she a cock block you. So dude, to take one for the team, take off your hands and stuff. But seriously though, yeah, they'll have a high body count. They have, because they don't give a fuck. Now on some occasions, you might want to keep them from some family members and stuff, because like I said, they don't give a fuck. Seriously, they don't care. That's why some women are out there. Now some guys say, I couldn't be like them, I couldn't be. No, you don't have to be. But learn from what they got. Learn from the one major thing they got. They just got that boldness to them. They got that thick skin. You know, they ain't worried about a woman telling them no. No to them is like, oh, okay. It's like, wait a minute, learn that. And then if you do that with more attractive women, then they can't phase you. You're not going to be like all pissed and then online looking for some videos that shares that opinion or talking trash about the women, you know? And that's one thing interesting about hyenas and scavengers and stuff. They don't really talk trash about women. They like, whatever, they are who they are. And another thing too that people can really learn about, like I said, I've known these guys, they will call themselves ugly. They will say, look, I ain't all that. I get what I can. And they good with it. One thing, and this is the most important thing, they accept who they are and just live life. Because that's one thing I found about those types. I've never known one to be bitter. Seriously, I've seen a few of them. I mean, they just get rejected by the woman, just straight rejected and stuff. And they be like, like there was this one. It was at a place I work. This woman told me to tell him, you know, keep his distance. And he still went up and talked to her. I was like, man. But that's the thing. And they out there. They out there. It is what it is. You know, it's part of the system. It's like in the animal kingdom. You got the vultures, you got the hyenas and everything. They take care of stuff that needs to be taken care of. Everything works out and everything. So anyway, once again, thank you to my brother Daryl. Hey, bro, you really do need to do some videos. You know, if you get time and stuff, because you got a lot of wisdom. You got a lot of wisdom. That's coming from Uncle Rom. If I'm saying it, you got wisdom, man. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.